Good morning. There is a verse on the board here. Today it's a different kind of verse. I don't know if you can call it a mantra. It is a statement from the original epic of Ramayana in Sanskrit. There are many stories within the story, within the story. So the story of Vishvamitra and how it happened that it got to this statement. First we will just see what it is and then go into the meaning and explain a little bit about the background. Dig balam kshatriya balam, dig balam kshatriya balam, brahmatejo balam balam, brahmatejo balam balam, ekena brahmadandena, ekena brahmadandena, shastrastrani hatani me, shastrastrani hatani me. I will show once more. Dig balam kshatriya balam, dig balam kshatriya balam, brahmatejo balam balam, brahmatejo balam balam, ekena brahmadandena, ekena brahmadandena, shastrastrani hatani me, shastrastrani hatani me. And together. Dig balam kshatriya balam, brahmatejo balam balam, ekena brahmadandena, shastrastrani hatani me. It starts with a strong word. It's an exclamation. Dik means shame on, shame on. Balam, power, force. Shame on that force which is kshatriya balam, the power of weapons, the power of military weapons, physical strength and power, material power. And brahmatejo balam, the power of the light of Brahman, the absolute consciousness. Brahman, we know, it is the ultimate truth and reality, and the ultimate power, the power of the luster of that Brahman, of the energy of Brahman. Balam is the real power. Shame on the power of weapons. The real power is spiritual power. Ekena, by one, brahmadandena. Danda is a stick. Danda is a stick. And Brahma is, again, the supreme being, also Brahmana. The people in society that are in the military, in government, etc., they're kshatriya, that's the class. And those that are in the spiritual sciences, like teachers or meditators also, originally, they're in the Brahman class. So that is not only society, it's the individuals really, but it is both. So Brahmadanda is the stick that a Brahman carries maybe, but it is really related to the Supreme, the force again. Shastrastrani hatani me. It is the statement of King Vishvamitra. After he had tried to, he did attack Vashishta's, the great sage's ashrama. I can go more into the story. And he tried all his weapons, and the Guru Vashishta had one stick absorbing all weapons of the king. The most powerful weapons just disappeared, nullified, annihilated. So Shastra and Astra are two types of weapons. Shastra Astrani. Shastra are, I would say, more combat weapons, contact weapons, and Astras are missiles, missiles. So both, all my weapons, all my powerful weapons, Hatani, have been destroyed. Me is my weapons. By this one stick of the Brahmin. What was the story? That the powerful king Vishwamitra was traveling and visiting the ashram of Vasishtha, one famous sage. It's ancient stories. And the sage was able to welcome the king and his large army that traveled with him with incredible hospitality. And the secret was he had a cow who was the daughter of the cow in heavens, the celestial cow, the wish-fulfilling cow. So when he asked anything from this cow, she produced it. Instead of milk, she produced the food items. She could produce weapons, which she did. And that's how the king wanted that cow. And the cow did not want to go with him, and the sage did not want to part with her for many good reasons. So the king resorted to force. And that's the story. He applied all his weaponry, and everything was nullified by the power of the Supreme Consciousness rather than physical power. It's a very good story, I feel. Ekena brahma dandena shastrastrani hatani me. It is quoted to show to have some faith in some spiritual power that exists, although it's just a story. From the Ramayana, as I said, Valmiki's Ramayana in Sanskrit. Let us see again. Dig balam kshatriya balam brahma tejo balam balam ekena brahma dandena shastrastrani hatani me. The story, of course, is embedded in further stories. So this king, who was a kshatriya, Vishwamitra originally, now he wanted to become a sage, just like Vasishtha, because he saw the real power was there. A Brahma Rishi, not just a Raja Rishi, Rajarshi. So then he did all kinds of penances and all kinds of challenges arose. And finally, after many thousand years or something like that, he was acknowledged as a Brahma Rishi, but he had lots of experiences on the way. It is symbolic story, mythology is. And whatever mixture of history and mythology it is, we may hardly be able to tell. The realization he had is a valid one. Shame, dig on the power that is just power of weapons and material power, kshatriya balam. The real power is understood here. The real power is the power of the energy, of the light, of the luster of Brahman, the Supreme. By one stick, by one weapon of Brahman, that one Brahmadanda, all my various weapons have been defeated, hatani, have been struck down, have been destroyed. Me is my. It is simple structure, and we can chant it again, see. Dig balam, kshatriya balam, brahma tejo balam balam, ekena brahma dandena, shastrastrani hatani me. And you can see the emphasis. It takes only one stick of Brahman, one weapon of Brahman to annihilate the multitudes of weapons released by, physical power, the king. So whatever it can mean in our life, in our meditative life also, all it takes is the one. The one type of meditation, and your mind also tries to attack yourself sometimes, and all those weapons will be nullified by meditation on the one in the heart. Guru calls it meditation on I am, the I am that is beyond the body and mind with the many powers. It's more powerful. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you very much.